After 32 years on hate radio, Rush Limbaugh is dead. Now, I've had people very close to me and seen up close and personal the effects of lung cancer. I tell you, it's a hell of a way to go. Believe me, watching someone wither away like that and die, I just wouldn't wish that on anyone. So with that, I would like to use his own words to memorialize him, to allow him to pay tribute to himself, like we do with all American patriots. Now here's the deal. Everybody gets a private life. So I'm not going to do anything that we've heard gossip or anything about him in his private life. We don't remember Abraham Lincoln when he was yelling at Mary Todd Lincoln for hiding herself in a chest because she didn't want to go to a White House function downstairs. We don't hear that. We don't want to sit there and talk about Lincoln like, "You're crazy, Mary. You will never go downstairs. You embarrass me. You're out of your mind, and one of these days, somebody's going to take a shot at you because of something you said to him, and they're going to hit me right in the back of my head. Just what I needed. Thanks a lot." No, we don't remember Lincoln for that. We memorialize and tribute him by saying 77 years ago. That speech. By the same token, we don't remember JFK saying, "Okay, Jackie's asleep. Close the drapes, bring the hookers into the Oval Office." No. We remember JFK for saying, "Ask not what your country can do for you," etc. So let's begin. Rush always had ambitions for his profession. He wrote once that I'd get up in the morning, get ready to go to school, and I would dread it. I'd absolutely hate it. My mother would have the radio playing, and there was this guy on the radio. He was so fun. He sounded like he was having a great time. I wanted to be that guy, and I knew he didn't have to go back to school after his show was done. That's what I wanted to do with my life. I keep these lines and things that we've seen in his writings and on his show in categories, segregated, if you will, just because I believe he would want it that way. Most of these are quotes directly from his radio show, others are from his books. So here we go. Most recently, 2021, he falsely and repeatedly said on his show, the day after the 21 inauguration on January 20th, that President Joe Biden did not win the election and that it was stolen from him. During the Rush Limbaugh show in 2017, regarding LGBTQ rights, he said, "Politicians being elected to office who are LGBTQ, I guarantee there'd be some people in the Republican establishment who will now think, yeah, we need to do this. We need to provide a home for them. We need to provide a bigger tent, a comforting, safe space, an atmosphere for the tranny community and the gay community." But these people, they are voting Democrat anyway. When a gay person turns his back on you, it's not an insult, it's an invitation. Rush said or wrote things about women. He said stuff like, "Women should not be allowed in the juries where the accused is a stud. They may fall for him and he'll get off." Feminism was established to allow unattractive women access to the mainstream of society. Limbaugh called Georgetown law student Sandra Fluke a slut and a prostitute after she publicly advocated for universal contraception coverage. This was in 2012. He apologized for it on Laura Ingraham with his statement, "What does it say about the college co-ed Sandra Fluke, who goes before a congressional committee and essentially says that she must be paid to have sex? What does that make her? It makes her a slut, right? It makes her a prostitute. She wants to be paid to have sex. She's having so much sex she can't afford the contraception. She wants you and me and the taxpayers to pay for her to have sex. What does that make us? We're the pimps. No, we're the Johns. We would be the Johns. No, we're not the Johns. Yeah, that's right. Pimp's not the right word. Okay, she's not a slut. She's round-heeled. I take it back. In his safe space on his show, he said the most obnoxious feminists are what they really are. I call them feminazi. Feminazi is a woman who the most important thing in life is seeing it to that as many abortions as possible are performed. They are committing genocide on their backs. Okay, here's a photo of real feminazis. These are the nurses in Auschwitz who were on a team building exercise, having a day out, getting through the fact that they were part of the camps, dehumanizing, gassing, and shooting female prisoners and their children. They are the feminazis. There's a difference. Rush didn't hate all women, though. On his show, he said to Sarah Palin about her book Going Rogue, he said, quote, "You've got enough in here that people who get a hold of this, like AP or any of the other Reuters or state-controlled media, they're going to go through the soap opera aspects of your life and truly ignore what is the most substantive policy books I've ever read. Incidentally, one of the most thought out and detailed policy proposals she discusses is how she resigned halfway through her term as governor of Alaska, and that was her way of not giving up. She said, our government is supposed to work for us. We're not supposed to work for the government." But back to Mr. Limbaugh. He's promoting racial harmony. He said, let me put it to you this way. The NFL too often looks like a game between the Bloods and the Crips without any weapons. There, I said it. And then to an African-American female caller who called in protest, he said, hey, take that bone out of your nose and call me back. He began airing Barack, the Magic Negro, to the tune of Puff, the Magic Dragon, about Senator Barack Obama's popularity with the many white voters in 2007. Also on his radio show, when the president of China in 2011 came for a visit with President Obama, he had the press conference audio on low while the president of China was speaking and offered his own translation of what he was saying, which was ching cha, ching ching cho chow, chi ba ba ba, ko ko ka ki, chi ja ja, chi che, za bu ba, cheng cho cha chi, cha chi, u chi ba ba, ji ji bu ba. Have you ever noticed how all composite pictures of wanted criminals resemble Jesse Jackson? Rush. Rush was not anti-immigration. Once in a while, at least for a joke, he'd said, let's get the unskilled that take absolutely no knowledge whatsoever to do. Let the stupid, unskilled Mexicans do the work. There are more American Indians alive today than there were when Columbus arrived or at any other time in history. Does that sound like a record of genocide to you? You know, the NAACP should have riot rehearsal. They should get a liquor store and practice robberies. 2020 Rush Limbaugh said the coronavirus is no more than the common cold, and this is an overreaction. As of today, in February 2021, we have over 500,000 deaths in America. So Rush's contribution, whoa, did you feel the effects of that jump cut? So Rush's contribution in his deserved Presidential Medal of Freedom award that he received last year by our fearless leader really just cuts to the heart of what's wrong with America, right? People like him getting an award like that, it just cheapens the award, I would think. And with that, I conclude this presentation. Now, I didn't get everything. I did not get everything. And by the way, I should tell you that this funeral music audio that I have going on in the background, the truth is I actually had actual funeral music audio, kind of memorial tribute things that you see at the Oscars, but I deleted the files, so I had the next best thing, which was something I was recording to do a segment on French bistros. So it's the best I could do. Anyway, if you like this kind of content, please hit like. Hit that subscription button if you want to see more. You can see more anyway, but it kind of helps the algorithms and all that. I'm Pete. This has been Finally Talking. See you on the other side.